9 rules to follow for financial freedom. Hi guys, you're very welcome back to the channel. So a lot of people talk about financial freedom, but they're not prepared to implement what needs to be done to achieve that. So in today's video, we're going to call out 9 things that you should be following to achieve financial freedom. These are just 9 habits that you can get into, and if you can master these, you give yourself a fantastic opportunity of becoming financially free. There's no magic bullet, there's no secret pill, it's not the red or the blue. You just follow these rules and increase your chances exponentially. So if you like what you're seeing, guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that like button, all those buttons, you know what to do. So the first rule is you need to use the hours after your job to work a side hustle or to start a business. So there's no point in just doing the 9-to-5 job. Nobody becomes a millionaire by doing that. You need to use the hours after work to work on your side hustle. And as Gary Vee says, you work on those hours from maybe 7 till 12 or whatever it is. I know people have families and have to have a life as well, but use the hours after your job to become better at a side hustle or to start a business. Number 2 is to live way below your means for the first year or so. Now guys, I don't mean living on bread and water. There's some books out there that tell you just to live a crappy life and save a penny. That's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about is living below your means for the first couple of years. So don't spend all your money on rubbishy stuff, but you still have to enjoy life. So just be conscious that when you're spending your money or when you're budgeting, that if you can live below your means for the first few years, to give yourself a bit of a nest egg, a bit of a war chest to help you move forward. Number 3 is focus on one main source of income before creating multiple sources of income. A lot of people get caught with the chasing rabbit syndrome. It's like the dog when he gets into the field with loads of rabbits, he tries to chase them all and he ends up catching none. What you want to be is you want to be focused on one main source of income, get really good at that, and then move on to the next. So if you can get good at one source of income and automate that, then onto the next one, and that's how you create multiple sources of income. So if you have a software or an income producing asset like an investment property, if you can get that up and running, then move on to the next one, and before you know it, you're compounding and you have multiple sources of income. Rule number 4, guys, is don't buy things to impress other people. So don't get the flashy car just because you want to impress other people. That's not going to put money in your bank account. Don't buy things to impress other people. So if you can afford the flashy car, or if your assets can afford the flashy car, even better. And if you like a flashy car, then by all means go for it. But don't do it to impress other people. Do it for yourself. Be yourself, guys, in this life. I see it here with creating videos. Some people like them, that's great. Some people don't. Hey, that's great too. As I always say in these videos, if they help one person along, I'll be very happy. But don't buy things to impress other people, and that kind of ties into rule number 5 as well. Don't go into debt trying to impress or please other people. So don't go into debt. You have a lovely $40,000 or $50,000 Mercedes or BMW, and you think you're impressing other people when really you're not. Now, if you can afford those cars and it's something that you like, or if you can afford a nice house, or if you can afford the fancy holidays or the holiday home or the jet plane or whatever it is, that's perfectly fine. But don't go into debt just for this. As the old saying goes, a $30 watch will tell the time just the same as a $30,000 watch. So the next rule is have a weekly budget and actually stick to it. This is a big one. So if you have a weekly, monthly, yearly budget and you can stick to that as close as you can, you give yourself a fantastic opportunity. You're not blowing your budget. Now, you still have to live your life, which falls into what we spoke about earlier. But if you can have a weekly budget, have it written down there, and kind of see if you can set it in stone and then actually stick to it, you give yourself a fantastic opportunity. Number 7 is take the time to properly educate yourself on personal finance and investments. So you're doing the right thing here straight away. You're already doing that by watching these videos. As I say, if you can get something out of them, that's perfect. That's what we're looking for. Take the time to properly educate yourself. So you can use the likes of YouTube here. It's a fantastic platform to get educated. And there's a lot of rubbish and nonsense on here too, but guys, there's a lot of good stuff as well. So take the time, properly educate yourself, and even if that means doing a nighttime course or doing something that you're interested in, absolutely go for it. But don't get caught in the college trap. That's another video, I suppose. Also guys, number 8, build an emergency fund. Make sure you have that little nest egg, that little war chest if you need it. Something is going to come along, and as John Lennon said, life is what happens to you when you're busy making other plans. So have an emergency fund, have something there in the background. What I do is I have a savings fund that there's no card or anything with it. It's actually awkward to go in and withdraw money from it. So I just have money going into that every week, and that's my little emergency fund for whatever life throws at me. Hopefully we'll be able to handle it. And number 9, begin automating monthly investments. For example, if you can set aside 10% of your monthly income and invest it into real estate, or stocks, or shares, or other businesses, but if you can automate that process, you won't even notice it happening. If you don't, you won't even notice that money coming out of your account after a while, and you'll be building up a passive income. So there's 9 rules, guys, to follow to hit financial freedom. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, helps the small channel build, and leave any comments down below. And until next time, guys, let's be careful out there. Take care. Bye bye.